your girl, K Rene, for the Saturday Spotlight of the K Rene Show Live Edition. And what other better way to bless my Saturday by having one of my, oh my God, I don't even know what to say about this guy. I just admire him so much. Like, he has my support. He gives me support. He read me for filth when my show started. I took his critique, I ran with it, and I made my whole show a whole lot better. So I want to introduce the host, the creator, well, one of half of the hosts of the creator of the J's Aries Lounge. I got Mr. J in the building. Welcome, Mr. J, the number one supplier. Yes. Oh my God. Listen. What's up?
Oh, damn, I'm on camera. Hi.
Hey.
You don't even look that bad. Look at that.
You look good.
Man, I took a shower and everything for this.
Did you?
Yeah. It was important. I was like, we got to get this right.
Yo, oh my God. Wait, let me get myself together, because first of all, I don't think you know how much respect I have for you and how much love I have for you, Jay. I'm telling you, it's like you are the main person that had me to keep going with my show.
And I'm glad you did. I feel like you have such energy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about a lot of alternative lifestyle shows. So like, you bringing that comedy and that sensibility and the aggressiveness, because I fall asleep on a pod quick. You know what I mean? People get to talk slow and all that. So like, I love the fact, I love the pacing of your conversation. And it's pretty funny, because it's sometimes like, this is a Black woman really talking to herself a lot. So it's just perspective sometimes. I just like your perspective in general.
Thank you. And now for those of you out there who don't know, okay, again, I started my podcast several years ago, and I found Jay on Instagram, and I was like, listen, can I send you my show and you can listen to it? And he was like, yeah, I'll take a listen to it. So I was like, what did you think? He was like, it's a good show, but you got to keep your energy up. You got to keep it entertaining. You got to keep us there because it's just you. So you got to do more work because it's just you as your only host. And I was like, okay, let me go back to the drawing board. And from that day forward, I took that information and I ran. And then I also wanted to better myself, and I joined his podcast class, which was the online class that you had, which was super dope, because I took a lot of tidbits of information and a lot of notes. And I was like, I gotta really, every season that I do, I try to make it bigger than the last one. And that all comes from what I gained from you and your experience. So thank you so much for all of that.
Thank you for even giving me a listen, or even, following me. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because it's not like I'm out here super famous. So like, I'm like you. I appreciate every person that tunes in and has a critique or, interacts from a genuine place. You know what I mean? And what you do is definitely from a genuine place. And I thank you for that. Like, you keep me motivated. Like, I be needing that myself. I don't know why people think that I'm some big time person. Like, bro, I need motivation like the next person. That's how I know I can relate to y'all when you be like, man, I'm done. I give up. Like, man, I give up at least 3-4 times a year. How many times I done call Pill phone, man? I'm done with this shit, man. I'm done. You know what I mean? And he be like, nigga, whatever, nigga. You know what I mean?
Right. He like, we'll be back in a couple of weeks. You'll be fine.
And even if he feel the same way and we both give up, you know what I mean? We'll get bored, or I ain't seen him in a month or two, or same thing with Will, and be like, man, come on, let's do a pod, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's been too long. You know, that became our way of, keeping the relationship solid. It's taking them time to sit down and have the conversations and have fun with it. All the rest of the stuff is just like stuff you got to do, like making the clips and doing the Instagram. That's just stuff I just do because niggas need to know when they can watch the pod. But like, if I could just record and put it up there and never talk to the world, I probably would do that.
And you know what it is, Jay? And like you said, even though you're like not like this big old person here that's like a superstar, but for us in this pod world, in this media world, you're the only one that created the media awards show.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to get this back going.
Yes.
So many people have DM'd me about it and they ready to get it popping. And I'm like, bro, if either way, I feel if I was to get somebody sick because of something I did, I wouldn't forgive myself. So,
Right.
I'm just taking it slow-mo time, but I've definitely been ready to get it popping again. I mean, there's so many people that came up, in the last year or two, some podcasts really came up. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like, if y'all remember, Jay Hill ain't had no podcast when we did the last. Now his joint is huge. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it's just so many people. Like, even your platform is taking a jump, man. Like, you've been doing big things. So it's just like interesting to see how so there's some people that got awards. They not even doing it no more.
Right. Right.
It's so different now. So I want to keep celebrating those who keep trucking forward, the ones that keep putting that energy in, and because once again, I started it because I'm sitting at home watching people going, damn, I'm messing with their podcast. I really enjoy what they do, and I wanted my opportunity to show them myself. Like, I respect you, I salute you, we appreciate you. And I'm hoping this time around people will love the event for the event and not ignore it because my name might be attached to it or somebody else, and just understand this is about the community. This ain't about me.
Exactly. Exactly. I concur, because at the end of the day, my whole big thing is about networking. And when I think about networking, I don't think about it in the extent or in the description of I'm going to ride this person's coattails because they got all these followers, they got all these people, they got all of these episodes, they had this person. It's about the fact of gaining information, knowledge, being able to collaborate together. And that's how I feel. That's my definition of networking. So when I came to that media awards, show, of course, we were just starting out with our talk show that we had with WPB. So I didn't expect nothing, but I expected to be able to be in a place where there were other like-minded creatives like me and be able to see everything that they were doing and get a couple of numbers and get a couple of people to collab and follow and, network with. But like you did say, it's people that won awards and it's crickets. Like, where y'all go? I thought y'all were in this, for like a long haul.
I tell people this all the time, man. Like, it's easy to do it for the first year. It's easy to do it for the first 3 months. It's fun. You know what I mean? But like, get past that 3 months and that work starts settling in, and then get past the first year, and then you gotta keep reinventing yourself. You gotta keep redoing stuff and change and evolve. The homies that might have started with you, they had a baby or they moved out of state or they might be doing a bid. You don't know what's going on. So like, you gotta keep going. You got to keep finding a reason to move forward. Like, you might run out of stuff to talk about. Hey, people don't think that's real, man. Like, when you go through over 1,000 episodes of a show, you really covered everything. Like, how many times can you say the word vagina and penis and it gets boring? So
and dissect it, cut it up, and then get another small piece over here. You're absolutely right. So with, like you said, reinventing, recreating, that's why I take the breaks I need. And I guess when I start getting to that, I quit. It'll be like, okay, bitch, that's it. You got one more, and then let's take a break. Okay. Your mother be like, get your ass in the house because it's time to eat and you need to take a bath and lay down. So I feel you. So when you introduced me to, of course, the video editing, thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I love it. And again, I was like, you gotta push better. You're gonna have to really give them more of who you are, because you're trying to honestly hit a certain like genre of people. You're trying to get a certain community to also follow you, and they're not going to know that if you're not including more within the hashtag. Put more into your topic, your content. Let them know, like, we here for you over here. We here. You see the flag. We here. I'm here for you. And again, I'm going to keep it, as I call this season, it's more about being more authentic.
Hey, Kay, I think you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because your audio starting to crackle and come apart. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Nope, it's the same.
Is it?
All right, now it sounds 10 times better. I don't know what you did.
I don't know either. I have no idea.
Well, continue. I didn't want to break up your flow, but I just want to make sure.
It's okay because you're not going to spin it back. But no, as I was just saying, it makes for grabbing more of an audience. The more you keep recreating, reinventing, giving them more. They were like, she wasn't doing that last season. You wasn't doing that last season. Oh, now she didn't add little, stuff to her videos. Okay, this is more entertaining. It's cut. And like you said, you listen to some shows and it's like 2 hours long. You be like, damn, I didn't clean my whole house and they still talking. Like, about what? I'm lost now.
I mean, sometimes some people are really gifted with that. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to the Joe Button podcast the other day, and they got into this deep argument about you know what I'm saying? Like they saying that, well, anybody can be trained to do this. And I'm just like, nah, bro. Like there's some people that are gifted to talk about stuff forever and always keep your attention in the process. You know what I'm saying? And you be entertained by that. Like, you know what I mean? And definitely Joe is one of them people. You know, it's just that I feel like it's unfortunate that some people take certain things too seriously. So instead of understanding this is a character, this is a guy getting on talking trash, like it ain't a part of your life to be a part of his life. You know what I'm saying? Take what you being given and, move on.
Right.
It's the same thing of like when I do my podcast and then I'm dating a young lady. So like, say for instance, I meet, and this happens to me all the time. Like I'll meet somebody and they'll be like, well, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I got a podcast. And then they be like, oh, send me the link. And next thing I know, I'm getting phone calls like, you just said, oh, and I'm like, oh, like, you want prostitutes over regular chick. I'm like, hey, but that's not the like yo, we on air, we having fun, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't everything. Stop taking everything so literally. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even if I am being literal in that moment, still everything don't imply. Like if I'm a single man by myself, then yeah, if I might want something different. But if I meet you and we build something, that's something different. Like,
right.
But you'd be surprised how people will take what I say or even some of the other people that we deal with and just like they'll really trump it up. Like, oh my God. Like, or they'll be like, you gonna talk about us on the podcast? And I'll be like, yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna say your name, like what I'm saying? I'm not, and I want to attach certain elements to it, but yeah, you're gonna be, there's gonna be a conversation, you're gonna be a part of it. You know what I mean? Because that person is a part of your life. And yeah, I mean, and like it's nothing better than living life and being able to have conversations about it. You know what I mean? I have real life problems and being able to, whitewash it a little bit and bring it to the table and me and my friends can have a discussion about it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on just a second.
We was rocking. So we want to pause for a cause real quick. Jay will be back in a moment. He had the Billie Jean rocking off, so I was like, oh, let it play. I'm a big Michael fan. So Jay is taking a call right now. So let me tell y'all a little bit of background, just a little bit about Jay. With Jay, he started out in radio, okay, which I'm going to get him to discuss a little bit about that when he does come back in to the show. And with all of that being said, again, I basically started, of course, within radio myself. And with radio, it's pretty much like, it's like one of those things that, of course, you go to school, you want to be on the radio, and you want to basically be able to have your own radio show one day. And as for with Jay starting in radio and then basically bringing it over to the podcast world, that's the next thing that I want to get into with him. Because for me, when I went through radio, I started on I started in or on the internet radio stations. You know, I did an internship. And basically from the internship, I basically, you know, was like, okay, I feel like I got my foot in the door. I'm gonna be able to go ahead and just go ahead and get a job. And that did not work out for me. And I tried to get something very small, like a little entry job, like going into like the promotions department. And I thought maybe, okay, with the promotions department, all right, I'll you know, at least be able to maybe show my talent, because I was a DJ back then. So then maybe it was like, okay, you know, might be able to kind of step it up and get there. Jay, you back?
Yes, I am so sorry. That was an important call. I was like, I have to take this call.
That is all good. I was just talking as far as giving a little background about my radio work and going to school for radio. And you started in radio, right?
Internet radio, yes, ma'am. Like I actually it was kind of podcast form. So what I would do is I would pre-record kind of like a live radio vibe. Not obviously not live if it's pre-recorded. And it was me and my boy Channel Lot. We would do like an hour, 2 hour show, and then we would upload it, and then people could stream it. And then as I figured out how to do live streaming, you know, I ended up, you know, starting an internet radio station, and we had shows going on 5 days a week. I started all that in Atlanta, and then I brought it back to Baltimore, and then, you know, VBC radio became what it became. So thank God. And then out of that came, you know, like I actually started Aries Lounge first, and then BBC Radio became the home for Aries Lounge. And then, you know, and then we started. Pretty much, I just got all my friends involved and gave them different shows. So and then like, but that wasn't making no money. I was doing like maybe 1 or 2 advertisers a year. I might make $1,000 off of an ad, but it wasn't enough to sustain the station. So you know, I had to just keep building. And then when I moved back to Baltimore, I kept building. And then I finally figured out how to make money off of it. And then it kind of took off from that way. You know, once I was able to make sustainable amounts of money so I could pay for an office and pay for my living expenses, then we took off. So and then internet, I mean, like phones changed. Like, you know, iPhones and Androids be able to, like Instagram, you can like stream live. So then people just kind of didn't want to, you know, why should I go and be on a radio station when I can have my phone?
Yeah, I can be my own star right here. Here we go. Yep, and just go ahead and hit record and get started. And you know what? That works for some people. They actually will get a really great following from that, and then be like branching off like, well, they're gone. Wow, it took them no time. You know what has me a little pissed off with the podcast world right now? It's all the celebrities that have a podcast show now. Like they're coming from and setting aside from Joe Buttons and everybody, like I'm talking about like Eva, Marcel. I'm talking about people that didn't even put work in. And their agent was like, you know, this is going to be a good look. We already know you're on the TV. We know you already, you know, got the radio show and you're a host on, you know, the morning show for whoever. But let's link you up with these people and we'll put together a podcast show for you guys. And then it's like, well, damn it. We've been putting in work since 17. I mean, 2000s, like 17 and still putting in work.
Yeah, I mean, I can see people, you know, being in the space and being upset about that. However, I love it because before Michelle Obama decided to do a podcast, my mom was like, yeah, that little podcast stuff you doing, like, you know what I mean? I ain't nobody want. But as soon as Michelle Obama got a podcast, so, you know, Michelle Obama got a podcast. So, like, yo, you must be doing something real. Like, unfortunately, that's just how, you know, some of our people are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it takes for certain people to step into a space to legitimize it. So
Mm-hmm.
by celebrity stepping into the space and bringing money into the space,
Mm-hmm.
it makes our way easier. You know
You
what I
think?
mean? It makes it like when I remember back when things got really bad with the COVID, I'm out here
Mm-hmm.
looking for jobs. There's a whole industry now around podcasts and the producers and creators. Like they're big corporations are spending money to develop podcasts. So like people now
Wow.
like me and you that have experience in this, we could get involved in that and tap in and be and get paid for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or continue to build our audiences and make what I mean, whatever. So I understand what you're saying because we put a lot of work into it and these other people just get the benefits, but that's the benefit of celebrity. You get that. You can step in almost anywhere. Shoot, I could be a celebrity and want to be a club promoter. I bet you every regular club promoter mad as hell because I can pack out a house with a tweet and they had to put out 20,000 flyers. I mean, that's
Just
just the name.
because of your name. Just
Yeah,
because of who you are. Yeah.
yeah. It becomes important for us to understand that like it's not just what's important is not just what we say on that platform. Is that like we got to do our marketing too. You know what I
Right.
mean? We got to be celebrities too. We got to do what we got to do outside there to bring the attention to our platforms. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's honestly it's the most annoying part for me. I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be the doing TikToks and all that. I get into that argument all the time. People like, oh, you got a
Right.
TikTok and get a trailer and all that. I don't want to do all that, man. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I just want to do my podcast and go on by my business. But it's a part of the game. It's a
Yeah,
part of the game.
that's true. And speaking of TikTok, I've recently joined the TikTok world a
Yeah,
couple
look
of
at you. You
weeks
gave
ago
in. You come on, man. You were supposed to hold out with me. What is you doing?
because IG shut me down, man. So I was like, I gotta go somewhere else. They was like, get out. You didn't pay your rent. I was like, yo, I
You
sent
was
my
doing your little midnight strip club IG sessions. They shut you down, man. You can't
they
keep having them girls out on the street, man. I keep trying to tell you, man. You gotta be. You better get your OnlyFans jumping, man. You can't put all that content on your IG.
damn it. I thought I could sneak it in.
I saw.
Yeah. And they saw too,
That's a
But to
shame.
be honest, whatever, I don't know what it was about that trip me and my son took. I was just like, my hand was like, just try it, see if it come up. I was like, oh shit, it's both pages. Like both of them was just like, boom, back. And I was like, oh, all right. Like, okay, I haven't been over there, so I'm not that excited and thrilled. I was just shocked to be like, now what robot actually went back through and was like, she shouldn't be shut down. She's not posting anything, derogatory, sexual, nothing. So I'm like, what? And then meanwhile, I already went over to TikTok to learn that little situation of a situation. But I was like, yo, I whatever. I do what I can. I'm going to do what I can where I can. And then that's how I feel, Jay. I'm going to do my podcast. I'm going to post this. Half the time, I'll be like, I have to do it during the morning while I'm at work so that I remember to just post. Like, because if I get off the clock and I'll be like, I don't feel like creating that part today.
Oh no, I completely understand. Like I'll get up in the morning and well, before I just got my new computer, I would have to export it overnight because it would take forever to export. So like now with the new computer, it only take like 20, 30 minutes. So like most of the time my clips and stuff are ready by the morning. So I would get up, put the clips on my phone, and then while I'm at work, I'm uploading them. And then I'm not even really on there. I don't really be caring what people doing, like for real. I mean, unless a girl getting naked or something, or grandma. You know what I mean? That's
They're
the
going
only
to shut her down too next.
Nah, they not shutting Shorty down. She got a 500,000 followers. She ain't going nowhere.
You're right. Exactly. Yep. All about them. It's all about the numbers. It's a number game. It is.
I honestly was cold when you showed me all that stuff about your page getting shut down. I was so confused because I was like, and it's kind of scary because like, dang, they just gonna start shutting people down for nothing for real. Like, that's crazy. I've been on Instagram for a long time. Never had no problem. The only time I have a problem if I put a song on there that they get aggy about every now and then. But
other than that, it's been I honestly felt like I had to be like the teenager and then start sneaking like back in the house because I was already late past curfew. But now I tend to try to put more stuff in stories as opposed to the page itself because I'm still a little skeptical and nervous about it. Like, I don't know, things are moving smoothly right now, but come 5 o'clock, it might be a whole different situation. Like, no, we caught you again. And I'll be like, well, I'm gone. I'm not be back. So Jay, let me ask you a question, because it's getting hot. Cicadas out. One of the motherfuckers almost landed in my fucking head today.
Yeah, I just saw a few of them today myself. Yeah.
Yo, they're outside like the army patrol. Like, you need our protection. Like, no, go away, please. They like lined up like at like my little walkway. I'm like, y'all, come on, yo.
It's not. It's all right. Well, I as a child, I remember like we really having a crazy summer where like the whole street was covered, all this out. It was cicada goo everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's not as bad as in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? It's a few of them here and there, but it ain't been as bad. But that doesn't mean it ain't gonna get to that.
Exactly.
So
they're
like
developing over themselves right now. They come out that little shell, then they gotta get into that
But the reason is like the reason why it's been taking this late in the season is that, and I was telling my peoples this, is that if it was because it hasn't been hot, because it's been cold, they wasn't moving around. Like bugs ain't moving around when it's cold. So like now that it's starting to warm up, and they like, all right, cool, we about to go take it to the streets. Right. So we're gonna have to deal with whatever that got come. I got to keep reminding myself that because I don't have a screen on my front door to keep my front door closed, and any windows that don't have screens on them, keep them closed. I just don't want them in the house. Right. And trying not to get too like crazy. You know what I mean? Like, screaming and hollering. I just be trying like, all right. But it's like the thing that annoys me about cicadas, that noise, that I be like, like, and you walk by him and kick one of him, and he make that noise. You be like, damn, I'm just trying to mind my business. You mind your business. Leave me alone. I leave you alone. Like, you know what I mean?
Right, it's like it snap back at you, like
I hate that noise, man.
Like, first of all, this is my sidewalk, okay? Yeah. You don't come around here for every 17 years like somebody deadbeat daddy. They're gonna show up at graduation, like, oh, you did it, son. Where you been?
Hey, man.
I'm not freaked out by them to the extent where I'm like, I just didn't want them in my hair. And I'm a camping girl. I'm a Seattle girl. So I'm used to all kinds of bugs, bears. Oh my, so it wasn't even an issue. And then I got a son. So I got to have like this exterior, like, just come on, man. And, just walk past the bugs, and in my head, I'm just like, don't get on my toes. Okay. Because we got on sandals today. Don't stay your distance.
See, that's what I'm saying. This might be the summer where you don't do sandals. I'm just being honest. Like, you might have to adjust the wardrobe.
Right.
Because, you know what I mean? If I'm out here with the tank on and they fly up in here under my titties, I'm not gonna be no good. I'm not good to nobody. I'm done. I'm a rap. You might as well wrap me up and throw me out the window, bro.
But they're only out for a couple of weeks. They won't be out for a long period of time. They might hang out all summer.
Yeah, they say that.
Yeah, that's what they say.
They say that. We know who they are.
They said, yes.
They said.
Same one said, like, speaking of they, let's throw the mask away. What you feel about this mask thing? Like, oh, we good.
What mask thing?
You don't have to wear your mask anymore if you've been vaccinated.
Oh, you can listen to people if you want to. Nah, mask time for me all day. I keep mine.
All day, every day, 24. Well, not 24.
Not 24. No. I'm just saying, when I go in a store, I'm going to wear the mask. Like, now I see people riding in their car by themselves with a mask on, and I'm like, I don't get it. But if that's the way they want to ride, I respect them. But to me, that's the dumbest thing you ever going to do. Yo, you in the car with the window up. Nobody's in the car with you. Who are you protecting yourself from?
The COVID sneaks in through the vents, Jay. You didn't know it come in the vents in the car?
Then that mask ain't doing nothing. Like, if COVID is like that mask is not going to help you. It's a wrap for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm still going to wear masks in buildings.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Outside, I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just gotta see how I feel. But for right now, I'm still wearing the mask.
Yeah, I ain't with it. I ain't with the other people. But did you feel as though that the way they talk about the vaccines,
the second coming of Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Oh, that's how you felt?
No, I mean, I didn't feel like that, but that's the way they made it. Like, you should be a part of this. Like, why not go get it? I mean, how do you feel about the vaccine? Because my take on it, there wasn't enough people that signed up for the trial. So then everybody that got it is the trial. So we just gonna run with that and it just worked.
Man, I really haven't publicly spoken about this before. I'm not really the most convinced about the thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hate on nobody that want to take it.
Me neither.
I'm not really excited to take the vax.
Is it mandatory that you have to take it or not as of right now?
I work for myself, so it ain't mandatory unless I make it mandatory.
It is.
So
okay.
like I really don't, you know what I mean? But like my family be like, yo, you should get vaxxed. Be like, and I'd be like, you you gonna go do it this week? I don't know, maybe. Like
you go to Exxon and get a shot. Everybody giving them out now. You just go pull up wherever you want to. You be like, did you get you want one? We got a lot of, they be selling like the sheet sets and stuff like on the corner. Be like, we got the Moderna and the Pfizer.
You good. You good. Yo, do your thing. Nah. I'll be over this way. I'm cool. No, I'm good. No. I'm gonna be over here. Y'all do what y'all do. I mean, like, God bless them, man. Like, once again, like, I'm not here to judge nobody or be like, oh, this is the devil or the Illuminati. I done heard everything. You know what I mean? But I'm just not pressed. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's cool. And they was like, oh, we're gonna restrict your travel. I wasn't going nowhere. No, what the hell you? I mean, I just came from out of town. I just came from out of town, but still, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to leave the country as long as I can get down to Atlanta or
You're like, my car makes it across the country, all of these states. Well, except for Hawaii.
I'm not driving. I'm still flying. Don't get it twisted. But I'm I'm not getting.
Yeah, like I didn't want to go to Bora Bora. I didn't.
No, not right now.
I don't even know what's on the menu that I'd even want to eat there.
That's where all the flyed out chicks is at right now. I don't want to be with the chicks that's sleeping with the guys with the money. I'm not trying to kick it with them right now.
The ones that got flued out.
Yeah, I'm not chilling with them right now because they really high on the high horse right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta wait till they get dumped off and the guys don't want to mess with them no more. I pick them up afterwards. I do sloppy thirds. I'm good. I don't want to know that.
Sloppy thirds.
Yeah, I'm cool with the sloppy thirds. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't hate on anybody either that get it. I get it. I understand it. I understand that how that mental depression probably sat in for a lot of people last year and was just like hoping and waiting with bated breath. Like, I can't wait till we can get here. Okay, so now we're here. But my thing is this. If I've been doing what I've been doing since last year when y'all told me it was here, and I have been fine up to this point with no problems, I'm going to keep doing what works for me. This is working for me. What I'm doing is working for me. I don't even get flu vaccine shots. I don't even deal with those. So
you don't deal with flu vaccine shots.
Well, I don't even get that. I don't deal with because I don't know what's in it. That's why.
Do you know what's in Pepsi?
No, I don't drink Pepsi either, though.
Do you know what's in water?
Nah, man. Okay, Jay. All right.
I'm just saying, like, yo, you know what I mean? I didn't know. Maybe you had really did a whole lot of research. I'm like, damn, you can teach me something. I mean, once again, I'm not even coming from that place. Like, I'm not even gonna try front like I'm smart like that. Only thing I say is, man, I just go with my gut. Right. You know, I've taken flu shots before. Many a time I've taken a flu shot, but but I will tell you like this: if I don't have to, or if I'm not sick, then I'm probably not. I mean, I don't even like taking ibuprofen or stuff like that. Like, I really don't, unless the headache is like super duper crazy bad. Like,
right.
And the last time, to be honest with you, the last time I did take is when the day it was like I think I had COVID, but I didn't know. I had a crazy headache. It was crazy headache, and I was begging one of my homies to go and give me some headache medicine. That was the first time in like years that I had taken it. But I don't like take stuff, but for those people at home, don't try to be like me. It's not even cool. I'm just saying that I was born into a family that niggas don't get sick. I don't have no broken bones. I ain't never been to the hospital a day in my life. You know, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I don't have to worry about stuff like that. So
right, I feel you. I mean, it makes sense. And like I said, everybody got to keep doing what works for them. You know, like I said, to each his own. We
both my parents are vaccinated.
nobody.
Right, my cousins is vaccinated. Like I got family in the health field that's vaccinated. I got people that's in law enforcement that's vaccinated. So like, you know, I don't never want to give off the impression that like, you know, like what I'm doing is superior or different or better. Like, nah, man, like it's just my personal situation. You know what I mean? I live alone with no children. Nobody, like if I die, it's just gonna be a decomposed body here. It's not gonna be like somebody else is being affected by the situation. You feel me? Like that's it. You know what I mean?
Not seen him in days. Well, we should go upstairs and check on him.
And guess what? It won't be days. It'll probably be like a month and a half before niggas actually be like, oh shit, I haven't seen that nigga in a minute. Y'all might be like, damn, yo, this nigga Jay ain't posting nothing in a while.
He ain't even answering his phone.
Yeah, like then y'all will be like, he busy. And it'll be another month. It'll probably be 2 months. Niggas will be like, damn, it's been 2 months. That's not usual for Jay. That's when
messed up. Let's go stop by. At least
let me tell you something. I've never had somebody stop by my house.
Listen, I tells it just like it is. I don't know how many times I gotta post it. And I think, of course, everybody got the idea. I watched my dad knock on my door one day from my window upstairs in my room. I did not answer the door. You better call me before you just come by my house.
That's messed up. That's messed up. If I'm your dad, you better open this damn door. You know who this is? I birthed you. Open this door. I don't care if I had to call. What the hell you think this is? Like, y'all tripping. Like, nah, that's what I'm saying. That's something different. Like, if my parents come, I ain't tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Only my mom, if she comes, I'm tripping because she just be too much.
Okay.
Too much, bro. Like, she come and be too much. Like,
my dad is too much.
Nah, Pops be chills. Like,
no, he is not chill, Jay. He's not. Yeah. He's not.
Does your Pops come in judging you about the cleanliness level and then compare your cleanliness level, your cleanliness? God damn it.
Cleanliness?
Do they judge you on how clean your house is now versus when you was a kid? Oh, why your apartment so clean? When you was living with me, your joint was trash. And I was like, my joint wasn't trash. It's just you wanted the baseboards scrubbed down. Ain't nobody 16 years old trying to scrub down no baseboards.
Is your mom a Virgo?
Vacuum? Huh?
Is your mom a Virgo?
Nah, she's a Capricorn. She's even
Earth sign. That's okay. That's we in the family. That's how we are.
Worse, man. And then she want to come in and you know what I mean? Like my mother way too judgmental. Like, you know what I mean? Way too judgmental. So I'd be like, yo, don't come over. You know, unless it's a holiday. I can handle it once a year, but
my dad be want me to be like a personal assistant when he comes over.
That's what you want me to do. Right. They want you to be a waiter. Give me a glass of water. Give me 6 more pieces of ice. These ice cubes are too big. Get smaller ice cubes.
Not only that, once I get the laptop out, we're going through 40 different websites. Pull up the Dallas Cowboy games and see how much the tickets are. Do you have the money for the ticket right now? Or we did? No, I just want to see what they're looking like. But it's May.
Oh man,
why are we looking for that right now?
Solve that problem. You just hit them with the nah, bro. I ain't doing it. That's how I had to get it with my mother. Just be like, nah, I need you to do this. Nah, don't even get excited. Don't be upset. Don't raise your voice. Just be like, nah.
Because the craziness with me, it's all sarcasm. So when I bring back the question, be like, are they playing right now? You know, it ain't even about getting upset. It's just to the extent, like, this don't make no sense. Like, this is not adding up that you want me to look at. Why don't you have me look into it like in July or August?
So you believe that men at some point here to make sense. We not here to make sense. We just here to act off of what we think in that moment. And I feel like we should have a real discussion today about men and women. Guys don't need to make sense. My intent when I wake up is not to make sense. It's just to act upon what in the world I feel in that particular moment. You know what I mean? Making sense is just becomes a part of either how you move. I make sense because this is just the way I was taught to, but our intention is not to make sense. We're gonna do dumb stuff. Like I'm telling
Oh, I
you,
know.
we're gonna buy stuff because it's shiny. Like that's just what it is. Like, yo, football game, we're gonna have 15 different football outfits. Wow, we ain't going nowhere. But that's how we
I
feel.
feel you.
I,
And see,
I
Jay,
holler at her because her butt is big. Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. It's not doing it. That butt ain't doing that much. But I see it and I just want to poke it. Like, and that's it. And then that's done afterwards. Like, that's it.
hey, relief.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah,
And
not even
that's
just
why,
that. You may not like, and that's the crazy part. Guys don't even have to have sex with it, yo. We just want to say it's ours. We
wow.
will answer the phone. I can get her on the phone. She'll come and hang with me. Like that's how simple it be. How many guys? Well, I don't know. Your probably DMs don't be flooded like that because you don't be really putting it out there. But you put your toes on Gram and see how many dudes will just want pictures of it. Pictures.
Yeah,
For
Foot
what?
fetish people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just how men are. Like we just be like, yeah. And just think about it like, yo, I know dudes that collect chicks like baseball cards. Like, and it
Wow.
really don't be about nothing. It'd be like, yeah, yo, I got shorty, I got this shorty. And I'm like, all right, is they like on you like that? Like, is like are they coming and having an orgy together? Like to
Right.
me, when you bringing up something that's yours, I'm thinking you really got something going on, but they don't be having nothing. They just be like, yeah, I got a number and I be talking to her, yo. But if I really wanted to put it down, I could. Like, yeah, whatever, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't be having don't be making no sense.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And that's probably why I am in the lifestyle that I am in, because I can't deal with stuff that doesn't make sense.
See, the flip side of that is that y'all wanted to make sense,
Mm-hmm.
but don't know where you wanted to go. Man, I love her. I'm in love with her. Well, do you want to marry her? I haven't thought that far. I'm in love though. I'm in love. I'm infatuated. I must have her. And once you get her, now that you got me now. Yeah.
Yay.
Let's just be right here. But can't we go somewhere? Why we gotta go somewhere? We right here. I'm in love right here. I'm good. And then or it'll be like, I want to see the world. For what? What are we doing once we see the world? Like, what are we gonna start businesses or we just not? I just want to see it. I seen it now. Now I'm done. Like,
you're like, are we going to be setting up McDowell restaurants?
right.
In different countries? Like, we're on the Monopoly board? Like, what are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing?
Right. Be in love like hell, like all in love, like be in love, like crazy love. And don't be doing nothing. Just be in love.
You would call your phone. What you doing? Nothing, just
Nothing. Rene, how many phone calls do you get at a week? They burn your phone down, text you 10 times. You get on the phone with them, there's nothing. You just sitting there, I just want to feel your presence. What? I want to watch TV. Like what?
Right.
It will force you to sit down on the phone. Nothing.
Just breathing. See, I can't do that. I cannot, and I've never, and especially when it's like my time, because I have a my time, which it starts at 8:30 in the evening because I'm a mom. So my time starts at 8:30. This is not the time to call me and be like, hey, what you doing? You got a sec? No, because your second turns into an hour and a half. And then I have to hit pause and try to be a dedicated friend or whatever. And then be like, now, damn, my shoulder went off. I'm going to bed. So
see, yeah. Cool, you allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a woman. So like you allowed to get off the phone. But for me, if I be like, yo, I gotta go because I want to watch TV, it's a beat. Yo, you could have been with her for 6 months, but you want to get on that phone. It's like, oh, so you just ain't messing with me no more, huh?
Okay.
So that's what it is. But you're not allowed to change. You got to be the same person every day. We got to sit on the phone for the same amount of time every night of the week. You be like, bro, like, what if this night I might have indigestion, or if I just want to sleep or anything.
But it's a mental security also for some women because they want to know, like, all right, he's going to dedicate this time. He's going to be on his phone. Even though I don't say shit. He gonna be on his phone. He's dedicating his time, so I know he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going out. Basically, I'm wearing his whole time down because if he thought he was gonna go out somewhere else or go meet up with another bitch, he only got the time no more because we on the phone, not even having a conversation. We just
once again, like, I don't know a lot of dudes that care. Like, you know what I mean? Only until it's time for us to get together. That's when I care. But outside of that, get off. I don't even want to know where you are. Hey, babe, you want to know where I'm at? No, I don't.
You say?
Who you with? I don't. Yeah, right. Are you not dead? That's the only important part. Don't kill the person. Just don't.
Is the fire blown out? It's not.
Right. Exactly. Do you need help? You
Hit
good?
me when you get home.
I don't. Yeah. You ain't gotta call me when you get home. Just text me. I'm home. All right. I know you cool. You cooling.
Right.
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 No, I don't need to talk to you ever.
And all the extra. No, I don't need it.
Nah. And if we live together, I was saying that on the podcast a couple weeks ago. Like, you ain't gotta be in the same room, bro. Like, I don't have to talk to you. Like, just be somewhere in the vicinity. Like,
I remember you saying that. It doesn't even have to be like if we're just in the same house or whatever, and you're upstairs, you're doing your thing. I can be in the man cave or whatever, and then it's like we're good. I'm fine. We don't have to keep having passing conversations. It could be hours until I see you again. Right. And see, in that type of mental aspect, I be feeling like a guy at times like that because that's what I be wanting. Well, I mean, I have that because I'm not in a relationship, but just saying,
sure?
I'm positive.
You sure? Because some women be like, they in a relationship with you and you ain't know it.
Well, they better tell me. Cool.
Okay. All right.
But I know.
Directed at somebody? Was that shots fired? Should we?
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm
if
just
you watching right now and y'all bumping uglies, you need to speak up. If you're trying to claim it, if you're trying to claim that, you better jump on it.
It ain't nobody, trust me. Ain't nobody. That's why I set my whole little basement up a little bit more for comfort, for interviews, and
you got a nice orgy space, man. You need to go ahead and take advantage of that.
Take advantage. I gotta get them big throw pillows.
That ain't nothing. You better go to Foreman Mills, girl. They $10 a piece. You can get a bunch of them. You drop off.
Got them in the bed when you walk in.
Yeah, tons of them, different colors, all type of stuff. Man, you be lit out here. Get you that and some plastic wrap to throw over the coochie, man. You good.
You said some plastic wrap to throw over.
Yeah, it's an economical way to protect yourself. You don't know what she got.
Everybody has to be freshly waxed, okay? Because if it comes down to scissoring sex, everybody ain't trying to feel stubbles inside the labia and the lips and stuff because that can cut.
I never thought about that. That's deep.
Just saying.
Thank you for that information. I'll be
sure.
The more
you know, right?
Yeah.
The more you know.
The more you know, the better off you can operate. Like,
right, exactly.
But it's real though. Is scissoring real?
Yes.
Like, is that real?
Yeah.
And it works? It's functional?
It works wonders. Yes, it does.
Really?
Yes. Because it's like if you think about like two legs open, right?
Oh no, I've seen it quite a few times.
Well, there you go. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I watch porn. Yeah, but it just seemed like it was acting. Like this is like
no. That's 1,000% real, honey. That is a real move. Okay.
And it's highly enjoyable.
Yes, it is.
More so than penetration?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You can have both within penetration from fingers or the dildo. You can alternate. You can have, and that's only if you're with a woman that likes toys. I'm
talking traditional penetration, like the dude is pumping and sweating. Like the scissoring is better than or equal to pumping and sweating.
It's not equal to pumping and sweating. It's not equal to the insertion of a dick going in. That's different. But that's why I said with scissoring, you can have the clit rub, but you can also have a skilled woman that can also use fingers in the same alternate of being in the scissoring position. I don't know who I'm helping today, but I'm just
you educating me. I'm trying because so when did these girls sign up for the classes, the scissoring and fingering classes?
They better learn how to do that shit.
No, I don't want nobody testing on none of my girls. I want them to come experience. Like, you got to come experience.
Get a pillow and figure it out.
Yeah, like I just recently got into a relationship with a beautiful young woman that enjoys women. So like if I was to have,
So
what if
she's
I want to
bi?
give her a birthday surprise? I want Shorty to be like ready to give her the business. I don't
She's
want her
like,
to
oh,
be, yeah,
with
I
all
don't know
the
term. Yeah,
scissors?
give her the scissoring and a dildo and some finger action. Like, I want her to erupt,
You
sexually
hanging
erupt.
hanging around your neck like a towel and like several ropes, chains, or whatever. Like I got everything.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
I'm gonna sit there and smoke on cigars and all that. You know how like in the movies, like I'm gonna sit there and smoke cigars. They're gonna
Right,
do their thing.
right. And get
Yeah.
the little silhouette light and all of that stuff, and then it'd be
hmm
like just a very dark room with a red light and some smoke.
I
Yep.
prefer blue, but I get your point.
Okay, well, I love blue too, so I get
Yeah,
yeah,
right. A little blue light special. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Everybody go red. I don't know if red is associated with hot or sex or hot sex. I don't know where red light came in, but blue for me as well. Blue would work.
I get
Yep.
in my old man bag. That's what old dudes do, man. We're like, we just, we get you a hot young girl and you get another girl to go ahead, man. Hit
Nice.
it, hit it. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and watch and enjoy. Like,
Be like, Ike, do your little lottie-da thing, and I'm gonna see right here.
yeah, we're the dildos and the fingers and the scissoring. Let's get it. You know what I mean?
You said, let's get it. Come on, it's go time. Let's
Hey,
go,
you know what I mean? You can't be here all night now because I ain't going to sleep with you in my house now. You're gonna get up out of here.
Right, you got 45 minutes to an hour, bitch.
Man, that's it. That's just getting started. She gonna
No,
have to
I thought you
do.
were saying like, you had a time limit on the parking meter, so I thought maybe,
I just meant like before the sun gonna come up. You know what I mean? Like that's
oh,
what I'm
okay.
talking about. Like
I got you. Right.
I always I feel like whenever you deal with women in a situation,
Mm-hmm.
you got to put at least 3 hours on the clock. You know what I mean? Not saying that I'm performing the entire time, but
Right.
there's always
There's stuff going on.
stuff going on. Like there might be some food and a little drinking, smoking, licky
Right.
licky, a little sticky, little laughs and jokes. Back to the licky sticky,
Right.
and
Little
all that.
blindfold action. Like, here, taste this. Like,
Yeah.
another
Little
level.
feathers, maybe a little spanking or something. You know.
Little oil rub or something like
Ooh,
that.
oil rub. Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
sounds great.
Gotta keep
Yeah.
it pushing and spicy and round parts, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You should teach a class. I'm telling you, man. Like, yeah, because women just don't be. Yo, all right. Can we? I just want to ask a real question. This is a serious, real question.
I guess.
Men will gloat about their sexual prowess.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be hearing women, and I will say 90% of the women that gloat about them being dope in bed,
Mm-hmm.
trash. The ones I've experienced, trash. Like
Mm-hmm.
head be trash.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really be working in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now the quiet, like the ones that I know who the assassins. It's always the quiet, introverted ones
Yep.
that will fuck your family up. They will lift you. They will fuck your whole life up. Like
Mm-hmm.
those are the ones
Like
I
I
had
have
to deal with.
quiet mental issues as well.
Well, yeah, that too. That's why you
Mm-hmm.
love them because they crazy.
Yep.
But
Because they have that streak that comes out.
right. But I
Uh-huh.
feel like there's no pressure on women to be like experienced.
Mm-hmm.
To be active is one thing. To be experienced is another. Because I've never heard a guy go, "Girl, you better be good. You better work them hips." I've never heard that. But a woman would be quick to be like, "You better pump it and you better go straight downtown for 6 hours." Like, and if you don't, you trash. Like, is there any kind of is it cool if we were to say, hey, you better learn how to do something? Because I'm saying though, like, because women get away with murder in the sex department.
You know what I think, honestly, to answer this question honestly as best as I can, I think when women are dealing with an aggressive male and they know that they got that aggressive dominance to them, some women want to hear that man tell her, and you better ride it good. And I'm talking about, I only want to hear about your motherfucking knees hurting. I don't want to hear that you're going to have to get up because of the fact that when I think guys are talking to girls, I think they already had a preliminary of this girl actually boasting about what the fuck she could do, what I can do. So then it's like, as Jay-Z said, I want to see all that shit that you was talking about. Like, show me.
Oh,
Do
okay.
it. So
That's a
I don't think it's anything wrong with requesting that, because the way that I feel is though it's fairness in all sides. So you can ask, they should, ask. But again, I think women need to be a little bit more realistic, because
yes,
they
that
go
they
into
trash.
the reality of songs and shit that that they rapping and talking about. That shit ain't even happening in their house. So bitch, don't think that this shit is gonna happen over here in this bed either. Then you got a lot of women that'll play themselves out like, I haven't been with a lot of people. You've probably been with several hundred people, but you want to keep it to the extent where it's like, yo, I'm not, no fast girl. So then they might want to try to stroke the man's ego when they do have sex with them. Be like, you know what? That was great. Nobody's ever did that before. Yeah, somebody did, but you want to stroke their ego and make them feel like they're the only one. They're the first. That's it. And then you want to be pillow princess, which is the ones I really.
Yeah, I don't like.
Y'all don't participate in nothing.
Yeah, in my opinion, I've always been an advocate for don't lie to me or any Negro if you want to have good sex, don't lie. Like
Right.
if you need it more to the left or go hard or go soft or go yo, verbalize it. Now,
Right.
how you verbalize it makes a difference. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I could say some stuff, but I'm not. But I know the person is gonna be watching this and she gonna laugh. But at the end of the day, like, you gotta find ways to articulate it the way you don't come off either too aggressive or too weak.
Right.
You
Because you
know
don't
what I mean?
have feelings, because women are emotional.
Aside from the feelings, you don't want to break up the mood. If y'all in a sex, you in a session and y'all both feeling it. The last thing you know what I mean, he sucking on your neck and you scream, stop! And you you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be like, yo, babe, a little bit to the left, a little bit, you know what I mean? Be sexy, find a way to, make it a part of the thing. But
But you can ask the questions also, Jay, in the midst of doing it, like in a very sensual tone. You bring yourself down, as well. Like, do you like that? Like, is it too much? And that right there
makes a lot of difference.
It does, as opposed to like, how you feel? How's that? Like you be like, wait a minute, I didn't know we was getting locked up. Like,
whose pussy is this? This mine. Give it all
out of nowhere. Like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, of course. I'm definitely a very open, communicative individual. Because a part of my insecurity is I'm a big dude, so I'll be like, man, I got to get all the points I can get out here. So like, I need to make sure that she's good because she's gonna tell somebody, and I want the return engagement, number one, and I want great referrals on the back end, number two. So I really try my best to give the best of what I can. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, some dudes can give C grade dick and get away with it, but some niggas got to come A grade every time.
But they can have C grade dick, but then they can have A+ head.
That's true. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Which could offset and still give the sexual encounter a B+, a high B+.
Yeah, most definitely. But in the case of certain situations, if a dude is a thug nigga with tattoos everywhere and he done robbed people and killed niggas, chicks want that all day. That's the thing. They be want they will kill themselves, they will kill their mama to get to that nigga and let him beat the hell out of her. And if his dick long, it's even harder. Like, so them type of niggas they can give you D grade dick and you gonna be all right with it. You know what I mean? But like, regular niggas, that don't kill people and sell drugs, you got to work a little harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I get that, because it is all about the personality. Excuse me, not even just about the personality, but like you said, you didn't put yourself in a category because of the fact that you're a bigger guy. So you already feel like in your mind, like, I'm gonna have to.
I gotta perform
110% because of the fact that I don't want it to be a fact. Like, if she says something and be like, and then I let this nigga hit, and then I'm just like,
and it's like if it's you just gotta be on your P's and Q's. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. And I on another side of that, not just about prowess, but just if I care about that person, I want them to have a good time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would never want
go through all of this stuff. We're not having a good time.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? It's so important. All those elements are important.
It is. If
So
anybody 55 and 60, where it's just like you in the bed with your husband, wife, or whoever, and it's just like you already know this ain't gonna last for so long because you don't got that much left in you at this age, probably.
right.
So yeah, you trying to give it all you got right now.
Hey, I tell them all the time, hey, I ain't young no more, shawty. We
Right,
ain't going all night long, and you know what I mean.
right.
Look, you gonna get this good
Gonna
hour,
be a good time.
and I'm gonna be in a coma after that.
Overall, coma like
Yeah,
sleep. That's how you trying to
yeah,
end it out. Everybody should be snoring
yeah, yeah,
after.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Dead ass. You right. You right. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that we have problems on the same problems on both sides. You just got. I feel like it's just easier. You already inside the bunker, so it's easy for you to book them and knock them down. Whereas we coming in as the threat, and we got to make them feel different.
Yeah, that's true too. And it is, and again, we have a struggle as well on this side of the fence because of the
What's
fact
the lesbian struggle?
the lesbian struggle is again all clips aren't set up the same, all the JJs aren't set up the same. So
But
what
that's not like a. But guys got to deal with the same thing.
yes, that is true, but it's the same on our side too because of the fact that you don't know what they really like until you get in there. And that's where we have to try to really be more on the sensual tip before we start throwing in our little tricks and everything else because we don't want to go too fast, too hard. That's why it's all about whoever we're with, they are the one that has the click control. It's not us. It's not the one performing. It's them because it might be too soon, too quick, it's too rough, too much.
I generally feel like it's the same way. Well, it depends on the woman. Like because like I've only dealt with a lot of extremes, so meaning that either the woman is extremely mental to
Mm-hmm.
where like you really got to get her head in that space, or
Mm-hmm.
even because she might give it to you, but she don't be in that space, and it's whack. So you
Right.
really got to get that head space right, or you got somewhere you can blow on them, and they be like, oh, oh, oh. They weren't in the mood at all, but it don't take much for them. So
No,
like,
exactly. It's a quick turn on, and the water faucet's running, and then it's like, okay, now we where we need to already be, and I ain't even
right,
do nothing yet. So
right,
yeah, it's all about that, and it's about the attractiveness as well. So again, you really have to know what you're doing, and you have to also we're communicators. We
right,
communicate a lot.
right.
And we probably communicate more than heterosexual relationships because
Mm,
women to women, we're both in the same boat wanting each other to feel good. And so it's also going to come from the communication
mhm.
as well. And that's why women can have multiple orgasms with women to women sex because
Right,
it's so much more that can go on and it's
right.
more of the sensual touch. They're not going to feel like the roughness or the manly hands or the girth or we don't have that unless there's a toy, but you're going to have to be experienced with that toy too. If you want to
Mm,
strap on, you better know what the fuck you're doing on how you're supposed to be fucking. And you want
mm.
to be in the male position of having dick envy. So if you want to ride this hammer, you better know how to give it because you're trying to produce something and project something that you don't even have.
Mm,
So that's another thing that, like I say, lesbian relationships are hard too. It's just, especially in the bedroom now, other than that, if it's not a partner that you're developing and trying to have something as far as like an actual committed relationship with, then a quick little, fucking eat out game real quick, fingers, that's good enough for one to the next and you move on. Everybody don't always throw in all the extra tricks and gifts and everything on the first go round.
right,
That's something again that y'all have to throw in all of that shit in the first go round.
right, right,
And
right.
even if the head game ain't that long, you better lick something for a couple minutes and then go for it.
I can't argue that you are in a whole space that I'm not familiar with. Hey, you know what I mean? I do what I do, and that's all I do. I don't, and I respect and praise all of you valiant women who go out here chasing the same, things that I chase. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now, before we roll out, I
Yeah.
gotta ask, in the Thunderous Altercations show that you did, right,
Yes.
with the big homie,
Yes.
like what do you feel like was the biggest debate that y'all ever had between the two of y'all on camera, not off camera?
I think it was more so of the interracial relationships.
So like you would be cool with it and he wasn't, or what? How would they? How was the
Um,
discussion set up?
the thing with me, because I grew up in Seattle, it's all interracial relationships. That's all I've seen was interracial relationships. But the thing about it is, on the flip side and the unfortunate side, is the black men did not want the black women. They weren't after the black girls in school. They were after
I
also.
remember you saying that when you came on the podcast, and
Exactly.
I found that to be so interesting. But now,
Mhm.
do you find it to be true here too, or do you feel like that was just mostly for Seattle?
I think it was mostly for Seattle, that West Coast energy, that Washington State. I think it was just over there. And I think it's honestly like a big West Coast thing for me, because even looking at people as far as in California and stuff like that, and I'm looking at people paired up with who and who, and I'm like, see, there we go again. So when I moved here, it was a whole different breath of fresh air, because not only did I feel like I was fat and I needed to lose weight as a teenager, but there were black guys here that liked me for my weight and my size. And I could not process that mentally because of being in a whole nother state like that. I was like, no, I don't equal up to Karen's and Veronica's and them. So for me, I couldn't believe it.
Wait a minute. So how do you deal with that? How do you reconcile it in your mind? Because you went from the side dish to the main course when you switched states. So
Yeah.
like, how was that? Like, because that's interesting to get not be noticed, and then you can't even get out your front door good without somebody. Hey, you want some dick?
Right.
Hey,
And not only that, but I got my first boyfriend when I moved here.
Okay.
So I never had a boyfriend in Washington State.
Right.
And so for coming here, oh yeah, I started getting used to it and was like, okay, like I'm glad I moved. Now for him, the argument that we kept having was like, see, you technically are feeling as though that it's all right. And it's something you'll sacrifice as to basically maybe even put a ring on it and then bring this into your house. And then you got parents that are part of the baby boomers generation that ain't even for it. And then like, what's going on here? And I honestly, for whatever reason, and like I said, I have a son, of course, to each his own. And I don't know what he's going to do when he gets older, but what I would love is for him to want to be with somebody that look like his mom. That look like me. Not, not my eyes, or like just me. Because then it's going to make me feel like, well, what is it about me and my complexion? And I had you and you have my complexion. Like, why? What is it that you don't find beautiful? Like, why something else?
Okay, so like the only thing I could say from a kind of like life coach / kind of pseudo therapist space is that you should never attach your value as a woman to your skin color, your size, your features. You know what I mean? And your son's value of you has nothing to do with that. Like it's the same thing if like when my mother like found porn in my room and like, yo, how do you think of me and you? And I'm like, Ma, you ain't nowhere near my equation when that shit is on. Like nobody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I feel like it would be the same way for your son. It's like you are going to be an influence on his life, you know what I mean? So he's always, a part of his perception of beauty is always going to involve his family. You know what I'm saying? That's number one.
Right.
But at the same time, when he's growing up in a world where the color lines are more blurred than ever, meaning that there isn't as much visible division between the cultures. We might be beefing over like guns and, killings and murders, but it's more normal for white kids and black kids to interact and be cool with each other and not have as much of a just like an issue between the two of them. So what's wrong with him finding somebody from any race and falling in love and it being genuine? You know what I mean? Because like, as much as I agree that, I feel like black men and black women should marry and continue our joint. I'm also a black man that's 42 years old that has never had a relationship last longer than 2 years. And I dated majority black women. So, so I've had black women tell me you need to probably go and find a white girl.
And you know what? I've
And
had my family tell me at times, like, you might need to date in other races and
And
cultures.
think
And then
about how
it's just
crazy
like,
that is that people from your own race feel like, yo, you're a great person, you're smart, and you're
right,
wonderful and loyal.
right,
Well, you should just go find a white person instead of valuing that as something to keep. And hey,
right,
that should be a part of our culture. They go, you're too good to be with black people. Go be with white people. We're
yeah,
giving you permission to exit out of our society so that you could be happy. You know what I
right.
mean? And I find that to be super sad. I find it to
You
be
know,
super duper sad.
and
But at the same time, if I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
oh
off,
no,
but
no, no, that's
I
fine.
have I have I have a niece, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, she's mulatto. I have a nephew that, he black or whatever. I got a couple of kids in different places, and I tell them, man, fall in love, bro. Like, I would
Right.
love for you to stay in the black community, but like if you find somebody that's willing to die for you and ride for you, go for it. That's the most important thing.
Yes, and I believe all of that to be true, but also the innate fear that I have with my son
Mhm.
as a black man that will be a black man in this world. Um, it's just the fact of other cultures and other races, and I just, again, I get a fear about how they perceive him. How will they
Mhm.
perceive him? How are they going to treat him? Are they going
Mhm.
to put him as the token, like, this is our son-in-law? Like, is that he's not for display, and he's not for you to be a culture vulture and a snatcher from you trying to have him teach you what we've all been through over all these thousands of years and our ancestors have gone through. He ain't here to school you or be your
Mhm.
token. So that is another thing for me. And it's not even just for him, it's for me too. I don't want to get pulled into something where it's like, so, like and of course you've heard black women be like, I hate when people be like, let me touch your hair. Cause it ain't us that want to touch each other's hair.
No, I be wanting to touch hair.
Nah, saying to other people. It's
Hey
so,
man, when I used to have locks,
mm-hmm,
women used to do that all the time. Yo, women be breaking barriers more than anybody. Like black women will
mm-hmm.
walk up to you and start grabbing your hair, grab your dick, grab your ass, grab whatever they want, and be like, "Say something, nigga. Say something."
Right, because I'm entitled.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. But I ain't trying to get too far off the subject. I
I
understand.
got you. I got you. But yeah,
I ain't
but
want.
that's a good one though. We'll have to pick that up a whole nother show. But I thank you at least for taking time today to come and talk with me.
Stop,
Um,
Rene. Anytime, anytime I'm free, you got me. Like, you know what I
I
mean. Not like
absolutely
that. I mean, I ain't trying to
right.
like
I
come on
know.
to you,
Right.
right? You know what I
We
mean?
don't have each other.
I thought
Yeah.
about it, but I was like, I ain't going to. You like women, and I ain't going to do all that. That's too much. That's too much.
You're like, so I got it on the,
Yeah, yeah. You my
yeah,
nigga, yo. You my
yeah.
nigga. Like, you know what
Thank
I'm
you.
saying?
Jay, I want to ask you one thing before I let you go. Any
Good.
new upcoming podcasters that are trying to do their thing in this, what advice would you give them?
Start today. Don't wait for 6 months and all that. But
Mm-hmm,
that does not mean don't plan. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean don't try to find professional help. You
mm-hmm.
know what I mean? The only thing I'm saying is don't try to make the first. People keep getting worried about what the first episode is. Like, bro, it's an episode every week, bro. So you
Yep.
got plenty of time to get it right. And to me, nothing makes me love a podcast more than to go back to the first episode and hear it be trash, and then go and listen 10 or 20 episodes later and hear that development. Like that makes me like I love to hear people in their beginnings, bro.
Yes.
It
Yes.
makes so much difference, bro. Because to me, that's when a person is at their best. Like when they
Yes.
just trash, like, wow, this is crazy right here, what I'm
Yes.
listening to. You know what I mean? And also I feel like you can find greatness in the first episode. Because if somebody's really good at it, like they got something and you can hear it in the trashness. Like there's
Mm-hmm,
something here.
mm-hmm.
You just need to clean all this up. You know what I mean? And once you get it to that clean level, and now you got the intro and the tags and maybe some sound effects and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you be like, yeah,
Right.
this is lit. You know what I mean? And I feel
Right.
like that's a part of that journey when you building a base, of having that people stuff. So I hope that could help those out there. Because people that ask me all the time, like, what do you think like the biggest thing is? I like, man, people always talking about it and not just going with it. Yo,
Yeah,
just
just go do it.
go do it.
Yeah. And build from there. And I think, yeah, as long as you do that and you stick with it,
Right,
I think it's either gonna make or break you, and
right.
you're gonna find some type of joy out of it, because you're gonna have to
Mhm.
want to find that you have a passion for it. And if
That's
you
a
don't
fact.
feel that passion every time you open that mic and be like, "Oh shit, can't wait."
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
in
and
the intro.
I forgot another really, really important thing is
Mm-hmm.
don't get in podcasting if you ain't listening to no podcast. I hate people that be like, oh, I want to start a podcast. Be like, have you listened to a podcast? Like, what's your favorite podcast? They be like, I really don't listen to it. Then what the fuck do you want to do a podcast for? Like,
You
you
just
know what
want
I'm
to
saying?
talk. You
If
just
you
want
don't
to talk.
really, yeah, like that's I feel like now that's when I feel like the disrespect is there. Like when you don't have any understanding of what the format is about, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like if you can't name 2 or 3 podcasts and just be like, yeah, I listen to this, I listen to that. You know what I mean? And I ain't even talking about Serial, where it's like some mega produced thing from a big company. Like, nah,
Right.
I'm talking about like if you can't name somebody that just started with some grassroots shit and then really popped it, I be feeling like, yo, y'all ain't real out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
like it means a lot to me to be in a space where, there's a Combat Jack, rest in peace, or even a Joe Button that been doing it for 5 years, and he was crazy when he first started out, or you know what I mean? There's just so many people. Double
That
toasted
poor
with UC
Virgo.
still. I could go on and on. Like I've been listening to podcasts so long.
Right.
There's hundreds of podcasts that I listen to. So
Mm-hmm.
like when it came time for me to stop doing the radio, for me to transform from a radio show to a podcast, I already had so many ideas from so many different great platforms that I wanted to utilize to kind of bring in a different energy.
Right.
Man, just made it that much easier for me. So like just respect the platform, respect the style. If you want to get into it, do some research, find some podcasts, and listen to it, be a part of it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So that way you have something to draw from.
Right. Right. And
Like,
drop your handles, Jay, so they can follow you. They know where you at.
you follow me at JS, the number 1 THASUPPLIER. JS-1 Supplier on all platforms. It is surprising that I do have my URL on all platforms. You can go find my MySpace with JS-1 to supply. I'm saying to go back. So you see Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. The YouTube is at VVC Life. Don't forget my podcast, Aries Lounge, is available
Yes.
right
Yes.
now.
Yes. Got
Aries Lounge, you go to Aries
calendar on
Lounge.
a day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I brought my jewelry out just for you.
I love it. I like the pod god. I like that.
God.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? So we got new merch I just dropped. I got some more merch that I'm dropping, some more designs dropping in the beginning of the month.
I need
I
my
know I'm
shirt.
getting annoying. Like I'm dropping like
No, I need my shirt, man. I swear to God, I swear as soon as we hang up with this, I gotta send my money for my shirt. I need my shirt.
Hey,
It's
but
the one with the triangle, the pyramid, right?
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay.
I got some more coming too. I got some different stuff coming. Oh, and I need I don't know whether I want the glass
You want the
or I want
glass.
the
You
mask.
want the mask.
There was something else that you did too that I kind of wanted. I like, yo, this fire, and I gotta go ahead and cop it. So what was the 3 items? It was a mask, it was a cup, and it was something else.
That was it.
You
That's all
sure?
I had.
It wasn't like no rolling tray or a lighter or something like that. I don't know. You had something going on.
No, just the it's just the mask and the glass, and then you got the hat, and that was it.
Yeah. I got I still got it in the plastic, my nigga. I'm
Wow.
gonna break it out this summer. I want to put together an outfit with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm about
Do
to do
that.
it.
You'll find something this summertime and get a little black something tank, whatever.
Yeah. But I wear my t-shirt all the time. Like that's my joint. It's a good fabric. It's a nice quality.
I'm
It's a
just
dope.
saying.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm explicit on a regular,
Yes.
so it kind of helps.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Hey.
And yeah, so I got you on the glass. So I got you. I'll put one aside for you.
How much are they per joint?
15.
Okay. Do I get a set or I just get one?
You get one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
Yes.
Yeah, 15 for the glass. So this is some high class stuff. Yo, is there gonna be some wine glasses or some cognac glasses that's gonna come from around the corner?
You know what? I'm honestly looking into actually doing some shot glasses.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, if you do that, let me know. I'm definitely down for that.
I will, and I'm not putting the same logo on that, so wait for that. Wait.
Hey, I'm just let me know. I'm locked in. So like whenever you post it, I'm on it.
I know. And I thank you, and I thank you always for your support, your love, always being there for me, having my back. Thank you so much for joining me. I gotta go chant and get some food together so we can eat, and then I gotta do more work, man. But it was good seeing you, good talking to you.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be on your show. Thank you. And a shout out to everybody that's rocking with K Rene. Keep rocking with her. She's gonna do some bigger things. Yo, you gotta come and do something on my channel, yo. We should do a podcast or something, man. Let's go do something.
Let me know. You know me, I'm open too. So if I gotta throw my kid to a babysitter or his father's house, I'm gonna work it out. I'm here.
Hey man, we might be able to do it with this thing right here. Like I ain't got no problem.
Okay.
It is. So but go ahead, yo, wrap up your joint and let's talk this week.
Okay, we'll do. All right. All right, y'all. See you later. Peace.